In the chair this morning is Brian Hammond, and he is from Marmot, and a company that makes warm clothing. This is a perfect day for you to come here today. Welcome to you. How are you?
Thank you. Very well, Greg. How are you?
I'm very well.
Good.
Tell us a little bit about the history of Marmot and where it started and why.
Where it started out in California back in April of '71, and started by two college students. As kind of a hobby more than anything. Basically building product, Eric Reynolds and Dave Hutley, building product in their dorm room for their friends.
Really?
And they started with basically 2 down parkas and 2 down sleeping bags, making gear for themselves to go out and go explore the great outdoors of California.
Perfect. Now, what is a Marmot? Because we've been mispronouncing it.
Yes.
I've been mispronouncing it.
Yes, I brought a little buddy, Marty the Marmot, I brought with me today. So it's a high mountain squirrel is really what he is. And they're found throughout North America, mostly in the West Coast, obviously, a little bit in Europe. But it's a fun little mascot that we have, and we figured we're high mountain people, whether we're skiing or climbing, and here's our mascot.
That could be a trivia question on Captain Kip's show tonight. I don't want to give it away, but all right, that could be a question. Let's talk about some of the technologies and what will you be working with here this year? Do you have some technology that you can share with us?
Yeah, we have some new technologies that we've brought out that we've been working on for a couple of years now. One that we started with way back in the roots of our company was Gore-Tex, using all types of different Gore-Texes, whether it's Gore Windstopper, Packlight, more for lighter weight, or Gore-Tex Pro in some of our higher end ski jackets. So that's one of our old standbys down that I mentioned. But a few years back, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we started working with how do we make down better, because the knock on down has always been when it gets wet, right, the insulation value goes way down. So now we're using Down Defender because down is a product of animal. We have to take it off the animal and wash it, clean it, and before we can use it into a jacket or a pair of pants or a vest. So we apply almost like a dry treatment to the down while we're washing it. So it makes it water resistant. I wouldn't call it waterproof. Mm-hmm. It's not the end all be all, but it's a large improvement over where it was back in the 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the new technologies. We use that in a 600 to 800 fill jacket, down jackets. One other product that we've been using also for a long time is a synthetic Eco R, which is recycled synthetic, a sheet insulation. So it's basically layered almost like sheets of a bed for your synthetic option. But new that we've been working on for the past 2 years with the 3M company, which a lot of people are familiar with, is the Marmot Featherless that you've seen a couple commercials on that we're running this year here.
Absolutely. We have a lot of our athletes testing this, so we've been using the 3M product, Marmot Featherless 3M, for this is going on our first year to the public. Mm-hmm. And the nice thing about the Featherless 3M is 2 years in the making, performs just like a 700 fill down, and we can kind of see some clusters here. Mm-hmm. that we have, and it is about 75% recycled material. Really? So it's Blue Seal approved, and the nice thing about it, the goose and geese of the world recommend it down all the time. It feels like down.
Yes, it does feel a lot like down. It's the equivalent of a 700 fill down.
Wow.
So a nice higher quality, not the highest at 800 or 900 fill down, but very high weight to warmth ratio.
Uh-huh. Now I noticed that one has pockets.
And this is actually one of our new ones, the Marmot Featherless men's. We do a bunch of different versions, whether it's a vest, a hooded version like this guy here.
Handy to have a hood.
Yes, exactly. We do some hybrid technologies where there's just the featherless insulation in the front and just a fleece in the back. So there's all kinds of different options using the Featherless.
A lot of technology goes into this.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So it's not just jackets, right? Tell us what else you sell.
Yeah, it's not just jackets. We're definitely a year-round company that, we do a bulk of our sales with ski areas in the winter season. But we also do a lot of tents, sleeping bags, and backpacks. We're the leader, definitely in tents and sleeping bags in the outdoor industry. So a lot of those through hikers that I see hiking through Sugarloaf in the summertime, a lot of them are carrying Marmot sleeping bags or small tents or lightweight tents.
That's great. Very diversified.
Yes.
So where can we get these products?
So we have a lot of partners out there. We try to work as much through independents as possible. Of course, online you can buy Marmot. But some of our larger customers in the great state of Maine is Kittery Trading Post down in Kittery.
Yep.
Indian Hill Trading, which is a little bit north of here in Greenville, Maine, up by Moosehead. Ski Rack Sports over in Bangor is a nice ski shop partner of ours. And one of our longest standing customers in the state of Maine that runs Marmot year-round and carries diversity of products, not just jackets and sleeping bags and tents, but also flannels and pants, is Cadillac Mountain Sports in Ellsworth and Bar Harbor.
Well, the proof is in the pudding right there. That's definitely a place where they can use a nice warm layer and sleeping bags and hiking and such.